This is one of the most terrifying and upsetting stories I've heard all year. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and Macklemore has had a terrifying home invasion that would leave me and my children traumatized. Local police reveal that the rapper's Seattle home was broken into on Saturday at 1 a.m. According to the police, he was not home at the time of the incident, but his children were there with the nanny. His kids are aged 10, 7, and just 3.5. According to police, 2 people forced entry into the home and then bear sprayed the nanny. This went down in the Capitol Hill neighborhood of Seattle. The nanny was able to escape and call 911. In a police report, the authorities say she escaped, but 3 children were still inside the house. The caller also added that the house belonged to a high-profile individual and that she believed the crime may have been politically motivated for some reason. As many of us know, the musician has been very vocal in his pro-Palestine, anti-Israel speech. I didn't want to mischaracterize what he said. Being anti-Israel means you're against the government and their actions in Gaza. That does not mean you're an anti-Semite or anti-anything other than what the state of Israel is doing in Gaza. And he's suffered already for speaking up. Gigs have been canceled, and now perhaps even a targeted home invasion. According to the police report, a responding officer found the nanny in obvious fear at a nearby residence. She told police that she was at home after putting the children to sleep in their bedrooms on the 2nd floor when she saw 2 men entering a patio door near an office, which the nanny said is typically unlocked. She then told the police that the men entered the home and sprayed her with bear mace, then yelled, "Where are the jewels?" B-I-T-C-H. She said she led them upstairs to the master bedroom where the suspects allegedly went through drawers, cabinets, and raided the closet full of clothing, jewelry, and shoes. In a separate release about the incident, police said the suspects ransacked the residence, stealing thousands of dollars of items. The nanny said that at one point she was thrown to the ground and had a boot put to her ankle and the back of her neck. In this second release, the police say the nanny began to scream, so they got her up and pinned her against a wall, the shorter one holding her mouth shut. At this point, the nanny tried to kick the shorter one in the groin but was unable to, so she bit onto his hand, causing him to let go. She then fled through a bathroom and out of the house. She knocked on numerous residences before someone opened the door and allowed her inside to call the police. When police arrived, they searched the house, which showed obvious signs of disarray, and safely extracted the 3 children. The report said that a number of family members responded to the scene and took custody of the children for the evening. Macklemore is from Seattle, and gosh, I would fire the nanny, but also not be mad at the nanny. I would fire the nanny because she probably feared for her life. And I would understand those are not her relatives. Those are not her kids or her siblings, and a nanny's responsibility is not to be a bodyguard. It's a really tough position to be in, but You hire a nanny to make sure your kids don't hurt themselves. But when a crazy instance like this happens and you might be hurt yourself, I would fire her, but I wouldn't be angry. I would be very understanding. This is just so crazy. And I can't help but think of those children and if they were woken up and what they must have been fearing and thinking. And I just hope maybe they slept through it all. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And if it was politically motivated, even crazier. These are crazy times we are living in. Are you somebody in your 60s or 70s? Were things as crazy in the 80s? Were things this crazy in the 80s and I was just ignorant to it because I was so young? Oh, God. Thoughts? Let's discuss everything in the comments section.